Wednesday is April 1st, and for many of us, that means either rent or a house payment is due. But as you mentioned, a lot of people are out of work and struggling. So Governor Steve Sisolak says he wants to make sure people are not kicked out on the streets. Governor Steve Sisolak issued a temporary halt to all residential and commercial evictions. The order is good for as long as the state of emergency related to the coronavirus remains in effect. The governor said, with non-essential businesses closed and all of us being asked to stay home to prevent the spread of COVID-19, now is not the time to be kicking people out of their homes. He had a strong warning for property owners and landlords.
I am warning landlords that they cannot change the locks or put notices on their tenants' doors or mailboxes to scare them into moving out. The goal here is to keep people at home, and any attempt to get around this directive will be addressed by the Attorney General.
Sisolak stressed this should not be considered a free rent period. Tenants still need to work with landlords to make up any missed payments during this time. And the state treasurer said late payments will not accrue interest or count against a person's credit score. So, this will really help a lot of people who are currently struggling. Reporting live, Hector Mejia, 8 News Now.
Hector, thank you very much. It's now 6:08. We're entering the third week of school closures here in Clark County, and now we have learned that CCSD students are not going to have to make up days that they have missed. Bianca Holman is live this morning to share how families can maximize this time at home. Bianca, good morning.
Hey, good morning, John. If kids go back to school on April 16th as planned, they would have missed more than about 20 days of instruction. And that's very concerning for some parents and teachers. But we've learned that they're not going to have to make up those school days at the end of the school year. So the school year will not be extended. And of course, again, this parking lot here at Clark High School is going to stay pretty much empty for those remaining days. To ensure kids don't miss a beat, curriculum materials are on the web. Teachers are busy contacting every student right now, so if your child hasn't heard from his or her teacher, either by email or phone, they need to log on to Infinite Campus. That's a district's online portal, and that'll help teachers take attendance, check in with students, and distribute any work they may have. But as learning ramps up, there can be hurdles. Only having one computer with multiple kids, not having internet access. And just last week, we talked with Allison Thomas of Nevada Academy. That's an online charter school. They've used distance learning for a while now. She said that the #1 rule for parents is to be positive, organized, and to set small, attainable goals.
Try and stay calm. Do your best to just take bite-sized pieces of learning. Don't overwhelm, take breaks. One thing we want to encourage our families is to create a plan. Try and come up with a routine for the day, because kids really do best with consistency and routine.
You can access teacher support through LearnLine. That number is 702-799-6644. Teachers are available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. to assist students in both English and Spanish. And of course, if you don't have a computer or internet access at home, you can go to and stop by one of the CCSD food distribution sites, like here at Clark High School, where they've been giving out the breakfast and lunch for students, and there are paper forms of the curriculum. So you can do that if you don't have internet access. Reporting live from Clark High School, Bianca Holman, 8 News Now.
All right, thank you, Bianca. Some local med students are working now to prevent the spread of COVID-19 among the homeless. About 10,000 medical and physician assistant students from Touro University are screening the homeless for symptoms. It's happening at Cashman Field, where a temporary homeless shelter has been set up. Homeless are at high risk, and volunteers say they're happy to help.
They are actually a high-risk population since they don't have a stable home to quarantine as we are doing right now. These are the situations that you have to stand up and be there for your community.
The volunteers will continue screening as long as Cashman Field is open. The shelter there was opened after Catholic Charities closed its emergency night shelter for men. A homeless client there did test positive for COVID-19. It's 6:11 and still ahead this morning. The magic of Disney won't return for a while. How much longer the theme parks will be closed amid the coronavirus. And our COVID-19 coverage continues all day on air. We also have extended coverage online at 8newsnow.com. And there you can also watch our special online newscast. It's called Coronavirus, Facts Not Fear. It airs Monday through Friday at 8:30, noon, and 6 p.m. We have much more news right after this.
by the Southern Nevada Water Authority. You're watching the Valley's news leader with John Langler, Alex Backus, Sherry Swensk, and Nate Tannenbaum. This is Good Day Las Vegas on 8 News Now.
Welcome back, everyone. We know there's a lot of information all over the place, and it's hard to keep it all straight. But we got your back, and we want to help you sort through all of it. So we want to hear from you. Let us know what's on your mind, and we will help get you some answers. One thing we get a lot of questions about is that stimulus bill the president signed into law over the weekend. People want to know when they're going to get their money and how much they are going to get. We'll break that all down for you coming up in our next half hour.
Guess who that was? The Backstreet Boys, of course, performing from their houses, their homes, as part of last night's iHeartRadio Living Room Concert for America. Now, the special was full of Las Vegas headliners. You see there Mariah Carey was performing, Elton John, there he was, he had a little message, and Lady Gaga, who had a special message for the viewers.
My heart goes out to people who have lost loved ones and also to people that are losing their jobs. I just wanted to check in to make sure that you're finding the time to be kind to yourself and doing whatever you can to maintain your mental health.
Exactly. More than $1 million was donated in just the first 10 minutes. Procter & Gamble donated $500,000. That was matched by Fox Television. The concert also urged people to donate to charities like Feeding America and First Responders Children's Foundation. Any way to help you can, please do so.
That was such a cool show, and Tim McGraw performed from the diving board in front of his pool, which was, bigger than my whole lot of my home. It was really cool to see their houses, and just a good cause too. All right, the man who will be the first, we hope, to perform at Allegiant Stadium this summer, getting ready for another big show from his home. Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood teaming up for a concert special from their home studio. It will happen this Wednesday. You can watch it right here on Channel 8. It's at 9 o'clock. Garth and Trisha, along with CBS, will donate $1 million to COVID-19 related charities. That's fantastic. The Academy of Country Music Awards was scheduled for this Sunday night, but was postponed, of course, because of the coronavirus. Instead, artists will perform from their homes for the Our Country special. That includes Keith Urban, Luke Bryan, Florida Georgia Line, and Carrie Underwood. The 2-hour special airs right here on Channel 8. That is Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Love seeing all those home shows. Nate.
Yeah, and there'll be a special tribute to Kenny Rogers there on Sunday night as well. And it was good to see Dave Grohl in that story that we just did about the Backstreet Dads.
The original Foo Fighter.
Yes,
the Backstreet Dads.
There you go.
That's so funny.
Now, the host of the Late Late Show, he's taken his show on the road all the way to his garage. James Corden's got a show called Home Fest. That's going to air tonight, hosting it from his home with Billie Eilish, Will Ferrell, all from their remote locations. Corden's going to offer information on how you can contribute to the CDC Foundation and feed the children. He's also going to talk about coronavirus prevention. Now, the show's not in Corden's normal time slot. It's at 10 o'clock tonight, right here on Channel 8.
A lot of good stuff to watch, and we're enjoying the home performances. And as you can see on the screen right there, we have our own home performance. It's Sherry Swensk with breakfast that Nate desperately wants.
Oh, that looks so good, Sherry. What is that, bacon?
Huh? Oh, it smells so good.
Nate, little more.
We've got
that smells so good.
Right here, eggs, because I like mine a little well done. And Nate, and some oranges for good vitamin C. Okay, and look who my biggest fan is right here. This is Nala. She's ready for breakfast.
Nala showed up.
Hi, Nala. Nala might get a treat if she's a really good girl.
Aww.
I think she will be. Yeah.
That looks so
will you help
good,
me do
Sherry.
the weather? If you'll help me do the weather, maybe you'll get a little bite of bacon.
She's like, okay, let's do it.
See if Nala can fix Nate's computer.
You know that. Like you're not too, Alex. I know you.
You know me, Sherry.
All right, guys, let's get to look outside. It's beautiful out there. It's nice and clear, so pretty. We had some passing showers last night, and we've got really nice clear skies now. Gorgeous. It is cool for sure. Temperatures are back down into the 40s, but you know what? As we get these afternoons warmed up, we'll get some milder mornings as well. Right now, 45 at Anthem, 48 at Spring Valley, 47 up the road at Nellis. Kyle Canyon's in the very chilly 20s this morning. Outside the valley, it's cool as well, as you can imagine. 39 in Pahrump, 48 in Boulder City, 35 in Kingman, 45 in Mesquite, and Laughlin's checking in at 50 degrees right now. So we'll look for temperatures to get closer to normal finally. Low 70s, mid 70s is about where we should be for our last couple of days of March. Morning temperatures will definitely be better too, in the low 50s. 6:29 is the sunrise, sunset at 7:01. I wonder if you guys caught the crescent moon set up with Venus over the weekend in the southwest sky. It was covered up with clouds, but it eventually came out in the clearing. It was so beautiful. I don't know if you had a chance to see it. We picked up 200ths of an inch of rain to bring us up to an inch and 2/3 for the month of March, nearly 2 inches for the year now. So we're doing really well rainfall wise. Those showers are passing through. Not many neighborhoods picked up measurable rainfall, but we were lucky enough to get some officially at the airport. The system is off to the east now. That's going to leave us with high pressure building in all the way up to Wednesday, which will be our warmest day of the week. We'll be looking for temperatures to make their way all the way up to 80 degrees. April Fool's Day, though, will be pretty windy and our warmest day at 80. But after that, with those winds, we'll see temperatures come back down to the mid 70s and settle into the mid to upper 70s into the weekend. But boy, what a beautiful weekend, everybody. The whole week, really, with good sunshine and nice warmer temperatures. So hopefully that agrees with everybody. Get outside, take a walk, get some fresh air. Let's get on those roads and see. I have a feeling there's probably a lot of elbow room on those roads this morning, Nate.
Exactly right, but I hope there's room for bacon. That's what I'm hoping for. The overall traffic map would be normally green, but the company that provides that information, so the traffic computer itself is not broken. We have a layer of data, just like when you're looking at the map app on your phone and you can see where accidents are and congestion and stuff like that. We get that data from a company called INRIX up there in the upper right-hand portion of your screen. They are having their own computer issues. We're fine here. Earlier crash cleared on the northbound 95. We've got the pre-dawn's early light indicating there are folks on the road. Headlights are the folks coming out of the Spaghetti Bowl headed for the Charleston Curve. John, Alex?
Nate, thank you very much. 6:22. Well, if you're searching for the magic of Disney, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. The company, Disney, has just announced that Disneyland and Disney World will be closed indefinitely because of the coronavirus. Both parks have been closed for about 2 weeks now. Disney originally hoped to reopen the parks by April 1st, but it's going to continue paying employees even though they're going to stay closed. They'll pay the employees through April 18th. Well, it's not just Disney that's closed. Really, so is Las Vegas. The Strip has looked like a ghost town for more than a week. And it's not scary, though. We're going to show you some heartfelt messages left on the casinos. It's also time for today's contest. You can register to win at 8newsnow.com. Click on the contest tab and glorious things will happen.
and let me fight for you.
6:26. Well, despite the Las Vegas Strip being closed, it's still showing off some love. On the left of your screen, that's what the Encore looked like last night. You can see the heart there, rooms lit up in the night sky. On the right, that's what was on the Venetian over the weekend. The lights were turned off and some of them turned on. The lights were turned off first for Earth Hour, then some were left on to pay tribute to first responders. You see they say love there. On the hotel, Alex.
Yeah, really nice to see. So the Inspirada neighborhood in Henderson is also spreading cheer with a new campaign. It is called Light Up the Night. People are putting back up their holiday decorations to lighten the mood during this stressful time. You can see some of those lights here and balloons. The Inspirada board is also giving $100 gift cards to those who have Christmas lights up every week, so there's incentive. This campaign continues through April 30th. And Sherry's taken part in her home too. All right, coming up this morning, Major League Baseball is making some major league moves, how it's helping those on the front lines of the coronavirus. It is 6:27, more news.
Partner and clean for over 70 years.
Now on Good Day Las Vegas, the state is temporarily blocking all evictions. I'm Hector Mejia. I'll get you up to speed on the governor's new directive.
Plus economic relief, details on the stimulus checks and when you could get it.
And Clark County School District students are at home right now, out of the classroom. We look into what's going to happen with the rest of the school year after all these missed days. Good Day Las Vegas starts right now.
Now, live. This is Good Day Las Vegas.
6:30 on a Monday. Good morning, everyone. Hello, John. Back at his lounge,
yes,
Langler's
Langler
Lounge. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Alex Backus.
I'm John Langler. Thank you for joining us this morning. Hopefully you're doing well at home. As we're quarantining, we are social distancing, we're physical distancing.
Yeah.
We're all washing our hands and trying to stay safe. And again, thank you to all the hospital workers, medical care workers who have to go in today and do a lot of hard work. Sherry's at home this morning doing her own social distancing. Hey, Sherry. Sherry,
all right.
Hang on, we can't hear Sherry, but we know, I'll fill in. Here's the person who's in behind me. I'm cooking some breakfast. I have breakfast on the way. I'm trying to fill in for Sherry's lack of voice.
That didn't look like Nala. That looked like her cat next to her. Sherry is getting ready to give us all the details. Yes. It is challenging. With the distance.
Social distancing, technical delight. Let's go to traffic maybe. Let's do that with Nate Tannenbaum.
Yes, the clicker's working, traffic computer's working, we're here, and you are there, and we sure appreciate you getting your day started with us here on Good Day Las Vegas in this whole new world that we're all dealing with. One of the things the traffic computer's trying to deal with is no green on the traffic map. Do not adjust yourself. The problem is with the company that provides that data. There they are, INRIX, up in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. You know, when you're looking at the map app on your phone and it shows you where crashes are, we have that same kind of data. That layer of data just isn't there right now. We're going to look here at US 95 northbound. Traffic cameras are working great, and there are folks on the roadway getting to the Spaghetti Bowl. Headlights are coming out of the Spaghetti Bowl. Alex?
Thanks, Nate. 6:32 now, and we continue our coverage of the coronavirus this morning, and the number of cases jumped again over the weekend. So here's the very latest from Johns Hopkins University. Worldwide, cases now top 700,000. Over 34,000 people have died. 150,000 others have recovered. Here in the United States, there's about 150,000 cases now. About 2,500 people have died. And here in Nevada, there are nearly 1,000 cases this morning. About half of those are in Clark County. 15 people have died across the state. Early trading just began on Wall Street this morning, and here's a live look at the markets. The Dow is up about 250 points right now. Stocks finished Friday on a low note after a significant rally last week, thanks to the new $2.2 trillion stimulus bill, which was signed into law over the weekend by the president. The Dow lost 915 points on Friday. NASDAQ fell 295. We'll keep an eye on trading as it goes on throughout the morning on the show. John.
All right, it is now 6:33, Alex. With thousands of people out of work across Nevada, Governor Steve Sisolak is taking action, temporarily stopping evictions. The goal is to mitigate the economic impact here and also let people stay at home during the quarantine. Hector Mejia live this morning with more on the governor's new emergency directive. Hector, good morning.
Good morning to you, John. It's statewide, and it'll last through the remainder of the state of emergency related to coronavirus. With a lot of people out of work right now, many are wondering how they'll pay rent or mortgage this week. The new order applies to all evictions, including for small businesses and even those already filed in the courts. All late fees during the emergency period must also be waived. State Attorney General Aaron Ford says his office has received many complaints from tenants being bullied by their landlords. The governor is warning landlords to not scare people into moving out.
This directive is intended to keep people in their homes at a time when we are encouraging all Nevadans to stay at home, to stay home for Nevada.
We're doing everything in our power to make things a little bit easier and to make sure that when Nevada gets back to work, it gets back to work stronger than ever.
There's also a 90-day grace period for most mortgage payments, and late payments will not be reported to credit agencies, but you must contact your lender. And keep in mind, this does not mean rents and mortgages are free. People still need to work out a payment plan, and there is an exception to this new directive. That is if a tenant is dangerous and poses a threat to others. Reporting live this morning, Hector Mejia, back to you.
All right.